Gentlemen, this is Reviving Real News. Welcome back. I hope you men are doing well and you're taking care of yourselves to the best of your ability, the best you can. Winter is here, so it is imperative you look after yourselves. And make no mistake, gentlemen, excuse me, there is a warfare, and we are the enemy. Any way you want to spin it, color it, whatever. We are enemy number one. And when you think about it, that's a frightening thing for us to be the enemy. That's a that's a joke in itself right there, that we're the enemy. But I digress. I apologize for not addressing anything yesterday or putting any videos out, but life happens. Life happens. I have to take care of my situation. But that's besides the point. I had to do other things, and that was more important, and it is more important. Brother, I know you're going to hear this eventually. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for everything yesterday. And I want you to know, personally, privately, you already know you have my support, but publicly, you have my full support, my blessings, my channel support, everything. And good on you. Good on you for acknowledging and recognizing the things that you did. I'm damn proud of you. I'm damn proud of you, man. That, yeah, gentlemen, no matter how hard you think you have it, or how bad you got it, or what's going on in your personal life, or your finances, or whatnot, somebody's always going through something. They could have it worse than you do. You don't know, because if they don't tell you, you don't know. But we're never alone. The problem is people just, as men, we're so conditioned and beat to not say anything or to tell the truth. And there's so many other things too. You're told not to talk about things that's happened to you from a childhood to adult and everything in between. I'm proud of you, dude. I'm proud of you. From the bottom of my heart, I'm proud of you. And I know you can do what you want to do. I know you can. I'm here for you, dude. I will always be here. And I don't care. I could care less what anybody else is going to say, think, feel, whatever. And that's the other issue. Men don't want to support men or be there or anything, and that's bullshit. That's ridiculous. These stupid women in this dumb system has got everybody thinking you're a fag if you have friends or you support your fellow brother. Kick rocks with that crap. A lot of men get stuck in places. A lot of men do dumb shit because they don't have no support, or they can't talk, or they can't get shit off their chest. So everything just stays internal, and it festers into the darkness. That's why men disappear and turn to other things and commit atrocities. And you women need to sit down and shut the fuck up And all of you young, inexperienced, attention-seeking, feminized men, sit down and shut the fuck up. Live life before you open your fucking mouth and start trying to preach. You're a fucking baby at 20-some years old. You're still wet behind the fucking ears. You haven't lived anything to know it. What are you going to do? You're going to go out and talk about puberty? You're going to run your mouth and talk about your experience in high school? That ain't got nothing to do with men and their issues and what they deal with on a daily basis. And how dare you try to run your mouth about grown adults that have been through some shit, that have a rapport, bond, a relationship, a connection, whatever. May you hope you are blessed at our age to have a friend or two like that. You fucking unintelligent, unexperienced young punks. Brother, Godspeed to you, man. Godspeed to you. You know, sometimes the hardest things in life, men, is admitting things to yourself. And then having the mental fortitude and the testicular fortitude to do those things and correct them. Correct them, remove them from your life, anything. But the hardest thing in the first step is acknowledging it. Stop shaming people. Stop shaming men. That's exactly what they want you to do, so you don't speak out and you don't fix yourself and correct things. Remove the demons in the darkness. It's exactly what they want. Well, I'm here right now today publicly to say this. Nobody better say anything to my friend at all. I better not hear things, see a video, a comment, nothing. The gloves are off right now. It's over. It's done. And that's going to any and all of you women showing up in the comments, the DMs, the dick cords. Yeah, I said dick cord. Fuck your dick cord. Fuck all that shit. Fuck each and every single one of you filthy, degenerate snakes in the grass chameleons. From your gargoyle good mothers to your misbeat feet elites to your fucking celibate scorpion these nuts. Go fuck off, each and every single one of you. You gonna back off or I'm gonna make you back the fuck off. It's that simple. I gave you plenty of time to sit down, shut the fuck up and bow out gracefully. Guess what? The buck stops here. The buck stops right here with Reviving Real News. And don't ever try to play me cock like I'm some dumb fucking idiot. And I don't know what you're doing. Like I don't know the things you say in the comments. Then you want to play me cock and like I'm dumb with your stupid responses to me? You're dumb as fuck. Act like you don't know what channels you show up in and who you harassing and commenting with. Go on and keep playing me dumb. I'm not the man you want to cross. I ain't no woke clown. I ain't no woke fool. I don't give a fuck about your validation, your fucking videos. I don't care about your verbal diarrhea, and I don't care about your narcissistic, egotistical attitudes. I'm not that man. And any feminized beta that supports, worships, and follows, eat your fucking Wheaties or some spinach if you think you're going to fucking come at me. Leave my people alone. Specifically, you better leave my friend alone. And you know who the fuck I'm talking about, each and every one of you degenerate succubi Jezebel scum. Not one single woman on the internet gives a fuck about a man. I mean what I'm saying. Leave them alone. Stay out of this shit. Stop trying to live action role play. I don't have no foggy goggles on. I'm not thinking with my dick. I know how to control my fucking biology. Ain't no sip in my blood. Ain't no bitch in my blood. And I know everything you got to say about me. And you also can't do shit to my kids because my kids aren't kids. So you can't weaponize that shit against me. I don't think you want to continue this, so just let it go. Let it go. Same to you young punks. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I've experienced more shit with my mother and father in one evening of my youth than all of your experience and traumatic episodes combined. So shut up. You don't know anything. Stop making comments to grown men. Especially when all you're doing is trolling and harassing. Enough is enough. I'm not losing anybody else in my private life, my social life, anywhere in between because of you fucking whores and you young punks running your cum-guzzling, cock-sucking, gutter-slut lips with nothing but verbal diarrhea, harassment, and bullying. And newsflash, ladies, I know something about you. You hate the color of your own skin, the sound of your voices, the color of your hair, the curls in your hair, your fingernails, your toenails. You hate the color of your teeth. You hate your fucking lips. You hate the wrinkles in your skin. All of you want to be someone and somebody that you're not. Us men are not ashamed of how we were created and born. We're not going out here fucking making stupid nonsensical videos and TikToks and little community tabs. Gee, that's because we're comfortable the way we are. We're not out here projecting. We're not out here as Caucasian women manipulating and weaponizing black men for their own personal fucking sadistic pleasures. We're not out here pretending to be Caucasian when we're not Caucasian. Yeah, I know all your little dirty secrets, motherfuckers. It's what happens when people have experience and they've been around the block more than 4 or 5 fucking times. You can fool the younger generations. And you can fool the men who are dumb fucks and think with their fucking millimeter centimeter dicks. You can fool all the feminized ones. You can't fool reviving real news. And I'm not going to let you dupe, fool, or fuck with anybody that I give a fuck about. If you don't like it, tough shit. With that out of the way, gentlemen, let's revive some real news, shall we? The day men became obsolete. Gentlemen, I'm going to tell you a little something about my upbringing. Specifically in the mid to late 90s. Something that was my dad used to address to me. And he was pointing out to me all these things were happening and coming before any of us knew what any of this shit was. He would point out to me things like how wrong technology or digital stuff was. And he was correct. Way more than he ever imagined, he was correct. You see, gentlemen, if you guys remember in the 90s when they were forcing the digital stuff upon us, digital clocks, radios. Hey, gentlemen, I'm not a child. I remember being the fucking remote control for mom and dad. You got off your duff. You walked up to the knob. You turned that knob, or you messed with the antenna. You turned the volume down. You did what your parents told you to do. See, there wasn't no digital TVs and all that shit still. That was expensive luxury. But anyways, back to the point. When all of this started, no, I don't mean washers and dryers and dishwashers. I don't mean amenities. I mean the technology, the digital shit. Okay? When all of this started, my dad called it out for what it was, and he was right. You see, when you start doing these things with digital and with technology, you make men obsolete. You see, when a succubi and Jezebel or a chameleon can grab something out of their whore bag, their fake-up bag, or out of their bra, back then you had to hit sequence of buttons or numbers and call somebody or whatever, or email. But fast forward to today, they simply can hit a button, open a dumb fucking icon, hit one or two more options, and whatever issue is resolved by digital technology. Or food. 1, 2, 3 pushes of a button, they have food. Something happens with the automobile. Instead of, men, now they just push a button and somebody might show up to wherever they fucking live and do it there. Used to have men take your pictures, record, videos for like a wedding or events, gatherings, what have you. We're not needed anymore. They grab their whore phone and take a selfie, do whatever they want. I could keep going and going and going and going with this, but I think you gentlemen understand that. Something happened in the home, the husband would usually take care of it or would address it with the parties that needed to be involved. Those things don't exist anymore. They don't exist at all anymore. They simply just open up a dumb app, hit a button, and boom. Which also translates into why they don't cook, don't know how to cook. And they don't have any social skills or anything. See, the digital stuff and the technology took away a lot of their intuition, their instinct, their spirit, their faith, femininity, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Instead of them being genuinely kind, considerate, compassionate, feminine, loving, because they had to rely on other people, interact with men, rely on men, talk to men, be civil with men. Things were way different. They knew when they left their house they had to conduct themselves a type of way. Not no more today, gentlemen. We've been replaced. We've been replaced in any way, shape, or form you can think of, gentlemen. You want me to get a little dirty with you? I'll get dirty. Look at what they've done to adult toys. Those have only gotten more and more technological and more instant gratification for her. You catch my drift on this, gentlemen? The farther we dig into this technology and digital shit, the more fucking obsolete we become. We're useless. And it's all on purpose by design. They don't even need or want you for intimacy, because if they really are hard up, they can hit a button and be done in 40 seconds. Think about that, guys. They've lost the physical and emotional ability to even fucking be intimate, and you guys still want to go simp and pay them. You guys still think technology and digital and all this bullshit is really good and it's helped us? Oh, my friends, you're sadly mistaken. This is the downfall of men, all by design. You see, now women have lost all faith, spiritual connectivity, everything, because they fucking lust and worship the Baphomet system, all of it. They worship astrology themselves, and it's all been enabled by this digital and the technological revolution. They have been so brainwashed and programmed that they believe anything on an app tells them the weather accurately. They are so into that fucking astrology, paganism bullshit now because of the technology. They don't even know how to interact with themselves or their own mothers or whomever because they're so fucking hooked on the digital technological shit. Dear Annie, dear Abby, dear Harriet, dear these nuts. Who cares? Instead of them talking to their mother or grandmother or their aunt, they go to some digital made-up bot for answers. Instead of them nurturing and physically and emotionally being there with their newborn children, their 6-month-old or their 18-month-old, and when shit hits the fan and they can't figure out why he or she is crying or why they're upset or what's wrong, instead of them being there and actually dealing with it and nurturing it and trying to, be a mother, they grab the fucking phone and Google or hit a fucking app or contact a fucking feminist ass clown, which just goes to another digital thing, and some stupid automated generated computer voice tells them what all is all. Hey, that's heresy and blasphemy. You see, the digital and the technology and all that has removed anything internal, anything spiritual, anything like that. And this is the complete downfall. That is the ultimate game plan of these fuckers. Females are now conditioned and programmed to have nothing but to be empty, soulless, heartless, roaches and leeches and succubis and Jezebels. That's it. Because all they have to do is hit a button. As long as they stick to the programming and the indoctrination, that's it. They don't want people like me exposing and opening the eyes and showing the truth, reviving real news, because then the females might get an intuition or some kind of spirit of faith might hit them and they might see the shit ain't right. You see, this all translates to why they're miserable bitches when they get older. Because they don't have anything inside. They've been lusting and worshiping fucking science and fucking technology. Instead of trusting their instincts, their maternal instincts, shit that I don't have, I'm not a woman. And they get older and they're fucking lost and miserable and they're empty inside. And then they want to blame us. I didn't do it. Men are obsolete, gentlemen. And that's the truth. It's sick. It's sickening. Hey, seriously think about that, guys. Since the 80s, maternal instincts or nurturing or anything have all been eradicated, basically, especially in the Western countries. Because of the fucking demonic, satanic, technical bullshit. I couldn't imagine raising a child that way. You see, this is why 20, 30, 40-year-old cunts act the way they do. They're so fucking used to technology giving them instant gratifications and bullshit solutions. This is where the grandiose, delusional, nonsensical ideology and bullshit comes from. Because a fucking computer-generated voice told them so, or a dumb blank device, stupid screen technology told them or showed them something. You guys had enough? Are you starting to see something here? Are your eyes starting to open a little bit? Is your mind starting to be like, oh, wait a minute, what the fuck is he talking about? Is he right? Does maybe he got a valid point here? In the way I see it, yeah, I do. This is why communities and neighborhoods are shit. Everything. This is exactly why there is a quote-unquote war going on. Call it for what it is. I'm just reviving real news. I know why men are fucked. It is some way, shape, or form, whatever you want to call it, spiritual, whatever. There is a natural order of things, and it's all fucked. No, you shouldn't, your only purpose or whatever shouldn't be a woman or a family per se, but there's aspects of that are embedded in our fucking DNA and our genetics. You know, kind of like how you can't fuck with Mother Nature and animals, like, you know what I mean? You can't fuck with that. There's a natural order of things. Like, we were created and designed a specific way, and you fucking women have got it all backwards and fucked it all up. It's exactly why you act the way you do when you get to certain ages in your life. But back to the men. When all this digital technology shit started and then really got forced on us, let's see here. Marriage rates decreased. Divorce went through the roof. The whole step bro, step sis thing became an epidemic. This whole filthy, degenerate attitude of deleting children becomes an epidemic. Let's see here. You got delusional women who think they can be in their 40s and 50s and get married and have kids. You got women who fucking worship Scientology and chemicals and poison and believe that's the natural order and way to conceive children and to have families and everything in between. There's a reason men kind of procreate with a younger woman. It's because we already know that you're going to get to a certain point in life and you're going to crash and burn. Your mental state goes to shit. Forget the physical stuff. It's the mental shit. All these things are gone. It's over with. And you all fucked up real bad when you did the shit with the kids and the procreation and everything. You fucked it all up. You fucked it all up, and it's now probably irreversible. You don't fuck with creation. You don't fuck with that stuff, and you guys did. You get what you deserve. But because of all of these things, men are obsolete. So you've got a whole generation or two of guys that feel the way they do because, to a degree, it's genetically embedded in you some way, shape, or form with the woman thing or in the child thing and the family. It's natural. It's normal. So now look what we have. You've got one or two generations that don't know shit. Because everything is fucking wrong and corrupt and disgusting and demonic. Think about that, guys. Think about that. There's nothing wrong with any of us. This is what they've done on purpose. Because, like I've said a million times, they know how to do this and what to do, and it was the women. And yeah, we see it now. Think about that, guys. Think about it. It's getting to the point where you're not even needed as a man for any kind of labor. Hey, that includes construction. Go look at other countries, gentlemen, with their development in robotics and technology and other things. Some of the biggest construction sites in the world have way less workers than you would believe they have. So yeah, guys, men are becoming obsolete or more rapidly than ever before. Well, a woman doesn't need you for procreation, for strength, for support, for love, for bond, for anything normal and natural. We get where we're at right now. And then they want to spin it and project it as it's your fault. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. I'm trying to show you and explain to you what is going on and why it's going on and how it even started. The day men became obsolete. Gentlemen, you know, a woman for the last decade or two hasn't even needed you for anything intimate or physical. See a stupid bitch pick up a catalog, start going through height, eye color, blood type, hair color, potential genetic disorders, potential blah, 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 fucking blah. And within 40 minutes, that bitch is acting like she's in a motherfucking Subway, creating a baby like you create a sub. The day men became obsolete. Think about that, man. Think about that. The natural order and everything has been fucked. Ain't nothing wrong with you, gentlemen. I'm trying to get you to see this. Ain't nothing wrong with you, except for you satanic, demonic buttfuckers that did this and contributed to it and escalated it. Go rot in hell. Now we have millions upon millions of women who seriously believe and worship this ideology, this scientism of pick up a catalog or open a fucking digital app and build a baby. Fucking build a baby? Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Hey, we as men, we used to look at catalogs and other things for, what those reasons, but not for no build a fucking baby, not for no fucking build a wife, not for none of that shit. But remember, they're going to tell you this is all your fault and you did this. The day men became obsolete, gentlemen. My dad told me all of this stuff decades ago. He would pick the paper up and just point all this out to me. He'd tell me exactly why digital shit was going to be bad before it ever was. My dad was explaining to me and showing to me what women were going to be doing before it ever became an article in the newspaper, a thing on a podcast, anything. He sat me down as a young boy and a young man was showing me this. Like, you're fucked. You're fucked, brother. You're fucked. They don't even have to be civil with you or even try to have a relationship or want you. Because they could go pick up a fucking catalog and build a fucking baby. And people wonder why shit's the way it is, gentlemen. They don't even need or want or have an internal desire for a man anymore because they can pick up their phone, open a fucking app, and create their own fucking satanic, demonic 6666 bastardized. Yeah. You want to know why they do that? Because they hate themselves. And you see, gentlemen, all this Disney horse shit, princess, go fuck your mother horse crap, brainwashing has caught up with the technology. So now they can go build the 666 Drake, Tyrone, Thuggerone, Chatterone, whatever the fuck I'm thinking of, they can go build it. And that all started with your Walt Disney, a.k.a. a fucking demonic, corrupt guy from that country overseas during that time period. And that is real shit, guys. A percentage of them went to the USSR, and we got the other ones. And it was all on purpose. You guys need to really start doing some research on history, real history. There's a reason the Russians got what they got, and there's a reason the Americans got what they got. And that's the truth. There's a reason Disney did what he did on all of that shit. And it all caught up eventually and became synchronized and harmonized. Every single fucking Disney movie contributed to all of this. I don't give a fuck. There isn't one Disney motion picture from my lifetime till now, except for maybe the woke stuff that I don't know shit about, but I can tell you all of it. They all have the Caucasian dude fucking black-faced. They want to make them dark, tan, this and that, and all this other shit. You see, that's the programming, that was the brainwashing, and that is exactly where we're at today. You see, they just needed the technology and the software to catch up, and it finally has. Why do you think they portrayed Caucasians in those films the way they portrayed them? Huh? Why do you think they had them looking like the way they fucking did? That was to condition the women. Oh, a white man looks like this, or he's a fag, or he blah, 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 or he likes little kids. Are you guys starting to see and understand this shit? The day men became obsolete, gentlemen. That's some shit to swallow right there. And again, there is nothing wrong with any of you. I'm trying to get you to understand this. It's crazy how my father knew a lot of this and tried to show me in his own way and teach me in his own way. Now, for obvious reasons, you guys know I couldn't go run my mouth in school or in sports about these things because... But eventually it got to the point where I could. I was a kid. And my dad was showing me and explaining to me this because there was only newspapers back then. Fuck, gentlemen. I used to get one delivered to our house, my father and myself, called the Sporting News. Back in that time, it was the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Like my dad and I used to seriously wait for the day we knew it was coming in the mail. And it wasn't a fucking magazine. It was a real newspaper dedicated to men and sports. And my dad was able to find ways with those kind of materials to educate me And I think I now understand. I love you, Dad. I love you. But I think I kind of see now what was going on with you and why it was so hard for you. I think I do understand a lot of the issues, and there was nothing really wrong with you. You just didn't know how to cope with it, and you didn't know how to talk to me or show me without the way that you did. It was probably overwhelming to you because you had a boy. And you saw before most others what the fuck I was going to have to go through. This is why I choose to remember my dad and speak about my dad the way that I do. You got to push the darkness out, man, and let that light in there. You got to. You can't dwell on... I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm just not going to let anybody say whatever about my fucking dad. Because I think I have a much better understanding at my age now than I ever have in my life. And that any of his siblings, his family, anybody. He did some shit wrong, of course. But at least he fucking tried. At least he tried to show me or get me to see something. And I'm sorry, Dad, that I didn't take it such whatever age or sooner. At least at least my eyes and my heart were open before I hit 40, Dad. Hey, good on you. Good on you. Good on you, Dad. Because it stuck with me long enough and was embedded in me long enough and ingrained in me to where when the crack formed in myself and the light came in, that I had all those memories in your talks, even with the bad. Because I know now there's nothing wrong with me. And I truly believe that that's probably what was wrong. You shouldn't have drank. You shouldn't have drank like you did. We begged you. Everybody begged you. Everybody begged you not to do it. But I don't think they understood why you were doing what you were doing and what you were dealing with, Dad. I don't think they understood it. And I'm so God blessed, lucky, and blessed that I had these things in my life. The good with the bad. Because so many don't have a fucking dad and they never will. Fuck, forgive me, guys. Forgive me. Shit. See, I don't do no God blessed scripts and write nothing down or any of that stupid shit. I don't care about popularity or fucking appearances or none of that. Yeah, go make fun of me, you dumb bitch, Miss Elite. Come make fun of me. Come on and make fun of me, you gargoyle mother. Come make fun of me, you Scorpio cunt. Why? Because I'm in tune with myself? Because I'm not afraid to speak? Because I'm not afraid to acknowledge the good with the bad? Why? Because I shed a few tears on my video. I'm somehow emasculated and feminized. Bitch, fuck off. You know, guys, don't be so hard on each other. Yourselves. And for God's sakes, if your fucking dad is alive in any way at all, maybe seriously think and reflect a little bit. Because maybe your dad was going through the same kind of shit, man, and he was terrified because he had a boy or son that was going to have to endure hell on earth. Because your dad realized the day men became obsolete. And I'll never be shamed or told any different for how I react to my dad and how I handled his death. You'll never get me. I don't care who walked away from me the day that I did, but I don't care. I let him go on his own terms in peace when the Almighty wanted him to go. And how dare you put me in that kind of a predicament? Stop the dumb shit. And I say again, guys, if your dad is somewhat alive any way, shape, or form, you might really want to have a deep conversation with yourself. Because things might not be what you really thought they were. And I'm never going to change my way I handle my dad. No one's going to get me to do that. I will always choose the fucking good over any and all of the evil demonic atrocities that I encountered and went through. Can't. There ain't no fucking darkness or evil ever coming. You'll never get me. I know how this works. I'm just glad that when that crack happened, I didn't go negative and evil. It's crazy. I have the wherewithal to know how lucky I am. But at the same token, I know the hell that I fucking went through. Fuck.